What up, YouTube? It's now the self-determination. So yeah, I wanted to make this video. This is the video that I wanted to make at first before I did the video with my favorite MCs of all time, which is supposedly my top 10 list, but I kind of went overboard and named more than 10 because it's hard to make a top 10 list. For me, it's hard without there being like about everybody being tied for that top 10 position, and nobody's at number one because it's all interchangeable. But I wanted to make this video because I've been talking to some of the some of the young cats that I work with, and not work with, like we're not, I work with them, like we're not, we're not co-workers, you know what I'm saying? But I work with the youth, and I've been having conversations about hip hop, like he been, like, the kid's been picking my brain, him and a couple of his homeboys that pick my brain about certain stuff or whatever. And one of the things in hip hop, rap music in general has been misunderstood for a long time, because of its direct approach at forcing the world to look at the plight in the ghettos, the inner cities, in the black community, because that's what rap started out as. That's what it originated as. At least rap in the form that I came to know it in the 90's. It was a way to mass communicate knowledge and information to people that you were not otherwise connected to because you're in a completely different region of the country or the world, for that matter. But yeah, I think the music today, the rap today is a shadow of what it used to be, in the past, in the 90's, because we had so many more options. I mean, from what I can tell, from what the young kids listen to today, everything is pretty. I mean, for the most part, they all sound the same. It's like they all use the same music programs to make their beats and stuff. Everybody is imitating a particular style. Nobody's coming out with any originality. Everybody's imitating. If it blows up, then they all start copying that one style that blows up. Like, there's not a lot of creativity or originality with what I'm hearing with the music. And everybody, for the most part, is talking about some of the same stuff. Look at what we look at the diversity we had. We had Poor Righteous Teachers. We had Tribe Called Quest. We had the Jungle Brothers. We had the Beatnuts. We had MOP. We had Mobb Deep. You know what I'm saying? We had Black Moon, Smith and Wesson. OGC. Ruck and Rock. You know what I'm saying? We had so much variety. You had DMX. Then you had Common. You know what I'm saying? Then you got groups like the Roots. It's a rap. They rap. You know what I'm saying? They're a live music rap band. They're a rap band. It's fire. We had so much variety. We weren't relegated to just one form or style of the music. We had access to so many different things. And a lot of our artists back in the 90's, they were conscious. They were part of the conscious community for the most part, a lot of them, and that's how they spit. You know, they wanted you to walk away with knowing things that you had never known before. I like listening. I like listening to dudes that when I finish listening to your album, I'm gonna walk away just that much more smarter than I was before. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the music from the 90's, we had the choice. And that stuff was being played on the radios too. It wasn't just, you had to actually hunt for these dudes who already know about them. But they were playing that stuff on the radio. Like Commons, I Used to Love Her. That song, when the first time that song aired on the radio, was an instant classic. It was an instant classic. I don't think there are going to be too many, other than today, other than today's rappers who seem to not know anything about the music that came before them, which, in my opinion, if you don't know anything about the music that came before you, you don't know anything about fucking music, in my opinion. Because your because rap and hip hop was born out of R&B, jazz, soul, it was born out of disco. It was born out of those other genres of music. So if you don't understand the roots of hip hop, you truly don't understand hip hop. Which is why, like I was talking to the kid at work, and he was telling me some of the artists that he knows from the '90s, but he only knows the mainstream artists. He only knows the mainstream artists. And and on top of that, like we were talking about his music, and I'm like, dog, like there were messages in our music. You know what I'm saying? That there was messages in there. The wordplay was phenomenal. These dudes were painting a picture for you, telling a story, or trying to teach you something. I mean, what do these dudes rap about nowadays? How drunk they get, how many pills they pop, how high they get, how much jewelry they have, how much money they have, how much they drink and get drunk, and how many times they go to the club and make it. I mean, where's the originality at? I mean, because in all honesty, I mean, I've heard all of this before. I mean, again from the '90s, I've heard all this before. Turn the music back around and make it what it should be in the first place. That's all I'm saying. That's just my take on it. I'm not, because I'm partial to the music of the '90s. I'm gonna say my era of hip hop was better because it was actually hip hop. What these guys doing now is just rap music. It's not actually hip hop. Because hip hop, not only is it a form of art, but hip hop is also a tool that can be utilized to spread knowledge and information. But that's just my take on it. I mean, everybody's gonna have their own idea, their own perception on these things. But for me, that's what I got from hip hop, because you know what I took from the music in the '90s is you could be anything you want to be. You don't have to be what other people think you should be, or what the world is telling you have to be. You could be a hip hop artist back then in the '90s and be comfortable talking about social issues, racial issues, and it was okay. These kids now, a lot of the music nowadays isn't geared towards any of that. A lot, and it's just really sad. It's really sad. But anyway, I just wanted to give my contrast, or my I guess you could say subjective opinion on the difference in the music. I mean, everybody likes the music from their era, you know. Everybody does. However, you have to learn how to appreciate other forms of music. You have to. I mean, because again, the rap in the 21st century is just a cheap imitation of the music that came from the '90s, which was a celebration of everybody that came before them. I mean, you can tell from the tracks that kids were making in the '90s that they had a deep seated appreciation for all the music that came before, and it showed in the production, in the DJing, the mixing of the beats that they rhymed over. You could tell, like DJ Premier, or Pete Rock. This. I mean, the list just goes on and on. But in any event, I'm gonna go ahead and leave this video there. You guys can decide on your own, because you're gonna do that anyway. That is for all my hip hop subscribers that I have anyway. If you're not a hip hop subscriber, I mean, like I said, I mean, even if you were born before the era of hip hop, my current era of hip hop, and you're not a big fan, I guarantee you, I can pull out at least 5 artists that you could listen to and actually enjoy them. If you're not a fan of hip hop, I could make you a fan of hip hop, or at least those artists. Just 5 of them. 5 of them, I guarantee it. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. I just wanted to just do that video, kind of get that out of my head, because it's been rattling around in my brain for a minute. But that's my brief contrast on hip hop from the '90s versus the 21st century 2000 era. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section, and peace.